yeah, so, should I sit here and cry about it? Or should I learn from it and say, hey, you know what, this is what worked well and this is what didn't work well, and then you tweak it. And you just tweak it a little bit, like that. And you just keep tweaking it. Whatever it is. I don't care what business it is, okay? It could be a pooper scooper company, okay? There might be a better pooper scooper out there, and that you can pick up the poop in half the time, right? Or whatever. Keep researching, keep getting out there and trying new things, especially, marketing. I mean, it's like the wild, wild west, guys. I mean, like, we've never been in a world where we were this connected and we could get in front of this many people. Like, I can get in front of thousands of people now. Whereas, like, before you could maybe get 3 or 4 people in a room at one time. Like when I first started in sales, you had to talk to one person at a time. Now there's people talk to millions of people in one time. Like the influencers like Grant Cardone and these guys who are ultra successful. They've got millions of followers, and then you've got excuse my language, the ass model that's got 5 million followers, which is creepy, to say the least. Doesn't have anything good to say. She just has a nice ass, so we're gonna follow her. And weird. But anyways, I've got a lot of influencers, and those are my mentors. Those are people. I don't know them personally, but I feel like I do, and so what I'm also saying too is that you might not have anybody positive in your life. Then get rid of them. I mean, like, your upbringing may not have been that good. That's not your fault. But if you stay where you are, that is your fault. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for you. Like, yeah. I mean, I feel bad for kids who are neglected. It's the most terrible thing in the entire planet. But don't let that stop you from getting what you want in your life. And I'm sick of the excuses. I'm sick of the BS. Trust me, I've been through it all. And I'm gonna tell my story at some point, and it's not pretty. Like, I've been through a lot of really bad stuff, and I won't say I never let it put me down, but I'm telling you, I didn't stay there, right? I mean, like, you could be at the bottom right now, but you don't have to stay there. That is a choice. And I don't care. I don't care if you have a felony or felonies or whatever. You know what? I saw a post the other day. I said, if you got a felony, that doesn't mean that you can't create an LLC. That's true, guys. If you've been in trouble with the law, I get it. I've been in trouble. Don't let that hold you down. Learn a skill, figure out a skill that somebody can pay you, and start your own business. I mean that's the beauty about America. Everybody, excuse my French, but everybody's bitching about America and all this stuff, and Donald Trump, and all this other crap, and all that. It's like, what? We have more opportunities than any other country still to this day. I mean, and it's got no bearing. And I hope people don't take this out of context, because everybody's so sensitive these days. You can't say anything without being coined a racist or a narcissist or whatever other words people use. But it doesn't matter what race you are, okay? Nobody gives a shit if you're black or you're Asian or you're white or Irish, Italian or whatever. Nobody gives a shit. For the most part, 98% of the people in this world don't care. They care more about your work ethic, you know, and it's whether they like you or not a lot of times if you'll get the deal. And I think that and this is just my opinion, I don't think that race is as big a deal as what people bring it out to be. And whether it is or not, fuck them, right? I mean, okay, so yeah, there's racist people in the world. Fuck them. You know what? They're low level, low life, unintelligent people who you don't want in your life anyways. There's a lot of people that are not, and that will help you. And just stop making the excuses. You know, oh well, I've got a criminal record, or or I'm this, or I'm that. You know, it's like, you know, there's lots of opportunities out there still. You know, and you can emulate what other people have done. You know, I mean, it's really hard to prove, you know, a patent. You know, you can get patents on products, but ideas, it's pretty hard to patent an idea, right? I mean, and there's lots of ideas floating around there. Like, just grab a journal, you know, for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and just start writing. Just start writing. Write down ideas. Take 10 minutes a day and write down ideas about businesses. You know, ask people. You know, ask your friends. Like, hey, like, what do you think my strengths are? I mean, what type of business would be? Do you think I should start? There's lots of businesses out there, and trust me, I've seen bank statements of people that make amazing amounts of money, like amazing amounts of money. They own roofing companies, or, you know, they're a contractor of some type. I mean, skilled trades, especially starting your own business, you can make a ton of money, you know, or just businesses which are kind of dumb, you know. Like, you wouldn't think they're anything that important. If you do it right, you can make a lot of money. It's the things that people don't think make a lot of money are the things that make a lot of money usually. I mean, you know, it may not be glamorous. You know, who cares? You know, that's a means to make money, and then you can have the glamour. Then you can buy the, you know, the Escalade if you want it, or the, you know, or whatever. You want a Lamborghini, you know, go get it. You know, there's nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you from having 10 Lamborghinis if you want them, you know. Not really my style. I'm more of a luxury guy. Like, I'd rather have, you know, the Rolls Royce or the Mercedes 4x4 squared, the big truck, you know. But, you know, to each their own. And you know, it's just, you know, you guys just got to get up off of your asses is what you need to do, and stop bitching, stop complaining, get off Facebook crying and complaining, and oh, he doesn't love me, or she doesn't love me, or, you know, my life's horrible. You know, self-talk is important. Be careful what you tell yourself, because honestly, what you think of yourself is more important than what anybody else thinks of themselves, or that's the way it should be, at least. So I mean, so that's one thing that we really need to, you know, look at too, is be careful. Be careful on what you're telling yourselves, guys, because you are your worst enemy. I mean, you think people bad mouthing you on Facebook's bad, or talking down to you or whatever. You know, you can get past that, but if you're talking bad about yourself, you will not overcome that, because that is ingrained so deep in your brain that you're not going to be able to beat that, guys. So that's another thing that I would definitely recommend, is to stay away from the negative self-talk. I mean, I'm spitting and all this stuff, but this just, I mean, this is just something I'm really passionate about, guys. Find your passion, but find what's going to make you money, so you can be a better person. And money, you also have to change your thought on money. Everybody's like, money's the root of all evil. And I won't mention any affiliations. I about mentioned a name, starts with a B. He's a presidential candidate. But money is not the root of all evil. Money is what makes everything happen. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a lot of money. And it's not always for self-gain. I mean, if you want to save the spotted owl, go for it. Or if you want to give to charity, guys, you can't do it unless you have money, right? I mean, you can only donate your time at the soup kitchen, but if you want to help people, make money. Make money so you can donate to your favorite charity, or if there's something you're passionate about. Instead of getting on Facebook and posting about animal cruelty, this guy should go to prison, this and that, that's not going to fix the problem. What's going to fix the problem is you supporting organizations that are working, that can actually do something about it. Because, guys, your Facebook posts, I mean, they're not going to go anywhere. I mean, 40 people, 30 people might see it, and that's it. And all these people, they sit and they're like these advocates, and they spend all this time posting on Facebook when they should be out making money and actually helping support companies that can actually make an impact, right? Or like the racial inequality stuff. Posting out things that will cause hate is not going to fix hate. People need to know about this stuff. We know about it. We've heard it. It's played out, okay? The kneeling, all this other stuff, the police brutality. We know that, okay? That's it. It's all it's doing is causing fights. We're sitting here fighting over something that neither of us are going to fix. By fighting about it or arguing about it. I mean, you're not going to change my view on the minimum wage controversy, right? Or I don't know, some of the other stuff. I won't even bring it up. But I mean, there's just some things that you're not going to change my mind on. I've got it, and there's lots of things I'm not going to change your mind on, and that's fine. Like you have your opinion. And you can post out whatever you want, but if you really want to change something, then do it. Actually go out and do something. Don't donate at the shelter if you want to help homeless people, or give money to the food banks, or give money to the battered women programs, or domestic programs. I mean, if that's something you have a passion about, then give, contribute, donate. Those are the organizations that can make the change, that can fix things. You bitching to your 500 friends on Facebook is just not going to fix it. And I think if we stop doing that, then I think people would be a lot happier too, because I think a lot of us, Facebook used to be a good medium to, stay up with friends, maybe that were like across the world or whatever, like share pictures, or their grandkids or cousins or nephews, or whatever. That's what it used to be for. Now it's turned into a big time political propaganda site, and it's too bad, because Facebook used to be a really good marketing tool, and I'm not saying it's not anymore, but you know, it's pay to play, and it's going to get worse. So so if you're in business, you know, you need to see how you want to grow your business. And I can tell you, buying ads is necessary, but doing good work and getting referrals and getting the reviews and that stuff, that's the stuff that's going to actually make your business last. It's your reputation, it's your word, it's putting your, it's actually following through, it's showing up, guys. And you're not going to always succeed. I don't sell every house, and anybody who says that they do sell every house that they list, they're lying, and or they don't sell very many. Like if I only got 2 listings a year, yeah, I'd sell them. But there's opportunities that I take that I know may not turn out, but I think, well, you know what, this may lead to something else, right? I'm helping somebody out. This one might not sell, but hey, somebody might see my sign and they'll call me up and they'll say, hey, you know, I saw your sign. It's been a while. Let's grab some coffee. I'm looking to buy. It's action. It's taking action, and you don't always need to be 100% successful in order to be successful. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's been a lot of failures that have later led to successes. You know, it's because of how I handled it, right? It's because of, you know, the respect that I showed somebody, or the courtesy that I gave them, or the fact that I helped them out. Maybe I helped them out and it didn't amount out to anything. What am I out? Maybe a little bit of time, whatever. But, you know, that's the risk reward factor when you're an entrepreneur. Like, you know, it's just like it's like if you're a server, right? You put in time, and maybe you don't get a good tip. And this is another thing that drives me nuts, where they talk about, oh, well, you know, I got a bad tip, and they'll post it on Facebook or whatever. You know, I work in an industry where I could go a month or 2 working for somebody, and then they could go and buy through somebody else, and I make 0, and I'm out spending hours and hours and hundreds of dollars, even sometimes thousands of dollars, you know, staging a home, professional photos, time, gas, marketing ads, all this stuff that I spend. It's you know, sometimes it feels like it's a drop in the bucket, right? But you got to do it. So I just, you know, I keep doing it. But, you know, a lot of people, I swear, they just assume that, you know, every dollar they spend, they're going to make it back. And that's just not true. You know, sometimes you're not going to make it back, and sometimes you're going to make multiples. A rule of thumb, I'd like to make $3 or $4 for every dollar I spend. You know, I'd like to make more like $8 or $10 for every dollar I spend, right? But I mean that's not reality. Well, I'm starting to ramble, guys. But obviously, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to be putting out a ton of content. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys find it entertaining. I hope that you learn something from it. I hope you take something away from it. I hope that it might be a good way to start your day. I'm going to take some snippets from, I think, some of the better pieces of this and probably post them out. But feel free to reach out. Please subscribe, guys. I need subscribers in order for this to work. So please share it to somebody who may need it. And Bryan Curtis, 515-770-2491, and thanks for watching, guys.